Everybody, I hope you're having a good week. Today, we're going to be looking at our inference questions, where we have to look between the lines to really see what the author is saying. We're starting out with our picture again, and you can see I have a peculiar picture by David Weisner, which I hope I pronounced correctly. Like always, we're starting with our explain question. What does the word abnormal mean? See if you can have a think and come up with a definition for the word abnormal. So this means to deviate from what is normal or usual, so we're drifting away from the norm. For our retrieval question, how many people are in the picture? So I can see that there are 2 people on the tree. It looks like a very strange tree, almost a bit like a broccoli. Then there is somebody down here. I think that looks like 1 person. And then I've got 2 people in the window. So I think that there were probably 5 people in the picture. Our next question, we are using our inference skills. What do you think the boy is thinking or saying? So for this one, I'm not going to tell you the answer. I want you to have a think and write it down in your books. And finally, how did David Weisner show that this was an unusual circumstance? David Weisner was able to show that this was an unusual circumstance by having people who are looking out of the window look quite confused and puzzled. Also, the squirrel in the tree looking down is looking quite surprised. He's quite shocked, isn't he? So hopefully that's got your brains thinking. Let's return to our text. I've put some questions at the bottom, which we're going to answer together. And then you're going to answer 3 of your own. A quiet buzz settled over the vast courtroom. The members of the jury were settled back in their seats after a long break, and the public galleries were a bustling hive of activity. On the stand, the accused was sworn in, and the prosecuting attorney took to her feet. She was wearing an expensive suit and wore a pained expression. She was also a fox. This wasn't too unusual. The accused was a pig, and the judge was a badger. When the fox spoke, it was with a soft, friendly voice that didn't match her face. To be clear, Mr. Ham, you have pleaded innocent to the murder of Mr. Wolf. The pig nodded but said nothing. I'm here today to prove to you that the pig is lying. This was directed at the jurors. First, can you describe your arrest, Mr. Ham? Can you describe your arrest? Mr. Ham coughed and said, It was about 6 in the morning. I was just eating my breakfast. The officers barged into my house without so much as a by your leave, and the next thing I know, I'm being dragged into the back of the cop car. Indeed you are. And why did they arrest you? So, your question is, why didn't the fox's voice match her face? Now, in the text, it says that she spoke with a soft and friendly voice. This statement is contrasting to what we already know about foxes. Often, foxes are portrayed as a sly and cunning. We also know that it says she has a pained face, which suggests that she didn't appear very sweet or friendly. Okay, so your next question is, when Mr. Ham confessed, how did the court feel? So let's read through this next part and see if we can figure out what the court felt at the time of the confession. They said I killed Mr. Wolf. I didn't, though. Mr. Ham paused for a split second. Well, I suppose I did kill him, but it was self-defense, I promise. At the pig's confession, the court erupted. Photographers snapped away and journalists scribbled their notes. The judge banged his gavel and called for order. When everybody had settled back down, he waved the fox to continue. So you admit to killing him. Maybe you had better tell us what led to such a violent attack, said the fox with a wry smile. He'd been trying to blow down my house. He'd stand there day and night, huffing and puffing. I feared for my life. He'd done it before as well. My 2 brothers both had their houses blown down by him. They had to come and live with me. Luckily, my house is made of bricks. You say that your brothers had their houses blown down? Did you see it for yourself? No, the pig said nervously. They told me. Well, our doctors tell us that Mr. Wolf suffered from a chronic asthma. There's no way he could blow out a candle, let alone a house. So in the text, it says that the court erupted. Photographers snapped away and journalists scribbled their notes, which to me implies that they were shocked. So your task today is to answer the following questions and write your answers in your book. Remember to upload it to Padlet so we can have a look at your answers.